The benefits of being bilingual. Here's one of my friend's favorite jokes. What do you call someone who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call someone who speaks 2? Bilingual. And what do you call someone who speaks just 1? An American. Corny, right? Well, the joke is actually grounded in some truth. Only 18% of Americans can speak a language other than English, whereas 53% of Europeans can speak more than 1 language. And 99% of Latvians can speak more than 1 language. So why are we so bad at learning other languages? It has long been thought that learning a second language too young can hinder a child's intellectual development, which is part of the reason foreign language lessons start in 6th or 7th grade in many schools across the US. We now know that being bilingual actually has many beneficial side effects and grows many parts of the brain at a young age. We also know that it's much more difficult to become fluent in a language learned after puberty than a language you learn as a young child. So here are some of the many benefits and few drawbacks of acquiring a second language at a young age. Early researchers thought if a person obtained a second language too early, the 2 language systems would obstruct each other, making it more difficult to master either, and making a person worse at both languages. They were only partially wrong. Turns out, one language system can indeed obstruct the other in early years. However, researchers are now finding that this process forces the brain to strengthen its cognitive muscles to resolve this internal conflict, essentially making us smarter and making our brains stronger. Researchers have found that the minds of bilinguals are better at adapting to changing stimuli than the minds of monolinguals, especially at a young age. Scientists think that's because the brain's command center, which is responsible for problem-solving, planning, and directing one's attention, is more nimble in bilinguals than it is in monolinguals. So what are the drawbacks? Well, scientists say that monolinguals tend to have a wider vocabulary as children than bilinguals, and are able to more quickly access the words they are looking for. However, most bilinguals are able to catch up with vocabulary acquisition at a later age. Science has also found a few other benefits of speaking more than 1 language. One study showed that dementia set in an average of 4 years later in bilinguals than it did in people who speak only 1 language. Another showed that bilingualism is equated with a 2.8% increase in hourly wages. Aside from all that science, speaking more than 1 language is great because you can make friends with more people, which is always a good thing.